Hi, welcome back to the second episode of oh geez, I can't even get the name of the podcast right. That's how good we are here, folks. We are the week from a camping chair, and if you listen to last episode, yep, we made it, team. We got 10 downloads, so we've got another one in the lineup for you today. I was surprised. It was pretty rough at some times. It was basically garbage. So if you are a new listener, I probably wouldn't go back to episode 2. You're not missing too much. Yeah, just stay with this one. But returning listeners, thanks for coming back. Hopefully, well, I can guarantee this one will be slightly better. Just slightly. This week we will go over a few news stories, and then obviously recap the big card that was UFC 235. Well, I'm going to start off with a wee story from last weekend. I was travelling to Dunedin to go to the Eagles concert with about 5 other lads, and things got a bit weird. Well, weird is probably the wrong word for it, actually. It heated up a bit, actually, because you go to the Eagles. I mean, they're the kings of easy listening, as you know. I mean, one of these songs is called "Take It Easy," for God's sakes. And it was nothing. We were at the concert. It was nothing but good vibes. We were just chilling, relaxing to those somber beats. And then a bloke behind me, he just started, doing the old back rub into me, and we were in the standing area, and it was. There was plenty of room, and yeah, he just kept on, doing the old nudge into the back, and I did the old turn around and was like, "Oh, hey mate, I'm right here," and he then continued just to keep doing it. So I did what any man would do in that situation, and I just walked forward a little bit, and then backed up hard up into him. So he sort of flew a little bit, maybe into his friends, but. I mean, it wasn't anything over the top. I mean, it was hardly even a shove, really. And then this is where things got interesting. He obviously didn't appreciate that. I thought I was well within my rights, and he walked up straight into my eyes, and obviously I didn't want any sort of physical altercation. We're at the bloody Eagles. I just wanted to relax. And he walked straight up, looked me dead in the eyes. He was a little bit taller than me, but I am a short dude, so, I mean, everyone's taller than me. So he looked down, he looked me dead in the eyes. And then the strangest saying of, this is strange, I mean, in a situation like that, you go to the classics when you're looking someone dead in their eyes. You do the ones like, you sure you want to ride this train? Or, I mean, this train's got no brakes. Are we doing this, cowboy? Or, you mess with the bull, you're going to get the horns. All the classics. But he looked me dead in the eye, and he said, "Do you want to enter this house?" What the hell? That was out of all the things that were going to come out of his mouth, that definitely, I didn't see that coming. I looked at the fella beside me, and what do you think we do? We just start laughing. Because what else do you do? Like, that is the strangest. Like, does he want to fight, or does he want some sort of, like, I don't know? Is he coming on to me? It was some strange things. But obviously, I didn't want to have a fight, because, I mean, I got some training, boys. I got some training. I mean, these fists of fury, I don't want to let them out of the cage. I have been to one boxing class probably about 4 years ago, but he didn't know that. The poor lad, I didn't want to murder on my hands at the Eagles concert, I'll tell you that right now. I mean, it was Hidden Tiger, it was some Hidden Tiger, what's the bloody, Hidden Tiger, That's no Crouching Tiger. Yeah, so it was some Crouching Tiger sort of Hidden Dragon sort of moments, you know. But I didn't want any. I just tried to cool down the situation and let the guy out alive. Really, that was the main goal. But things got a bit heated. Ended up actually saving his life because one of the guys we're with is he was about 3 times the size of him, and he was going to destroy him. He fired up, and I actually ended up being in the middle, breaking them up, saving the guy's life who started the whole situation. But that's the sort of nice person I am, team. I do a lot for the community. I help 40 hours a week at a homeless shelter. So that's just the sort of person I am. But at the end of the day, nothing came of it. I thought it was a very strange thing to look into another man's eyes and say. It was, do you want to enter this house? It's like, is the door unlocked? Like, what? I don't know. It was weird. I just thought I'd bring it up there. Had nothing to do with what really. But I just thought, I'd just bring it up with the team and a wee story doesn't harm anyone. Now, the first news story we'll be looking at this week actually relates to an article we looked at on the first episode. It was the article about the miniature horse that got killed in Dunedin. It was stabbed 41 times. There is another miniature horse death in New Zealand. This one was in Taranaki. It was found with a broken neck. It was believed to be stolen at first, but I'm not too sure. I don't really read, as I stated in the first episode, I don't do my research and I don't read too much into these things, all right? So if you want to know the truth behind these articles, or information, go look it up yourself, mate. I'm not doing your job for you. But anyway, this horse was found with a broken neck, and I'll just bring up a picture of the horse for the YouTube viewers. Hold on. Oh. Now that's up on the screen now. There's a picture of the horse. I'll just describe it for the audio viewers. It's a adorable caramel white horse, miniature horse. Who would snap the neck of this thing? I can't believe it. Yeah. So this was an article in Stuff, and yeah, I think the police need to start doing some research, because I have a feeling that these two murders, it could be the same person, and I'm picturing. I think I have in the head. I have who the person would have been. I'm gonna think maybe later 40s, early 50s, because they're gonna need a bit of strength to break a horse neck. They're probably maybe a farmer. No, not a farmer. No. They like animals normally. I don't know, maybe a disgruntled banker of the sorts. They're balding, but they're not bald all the way. They've probably got that, that side action on the side, but it's all fading away up top. Yeah, because they're jealous, because it's mostly of the jealousy of the beauty of the miniature horse. Probably looks at the mane and goes, God damn it, I want that. I want that. And they're probably really tall too, probably 7'8" maybe. Because they're also jealous of the miniature horse's stature as well. They're like, man, I wish I was a little bit shorter and had hair. So that's the sort of if you see anyone fitting that description, probably just stay away, because it's natural progression. You start off with animals, then you end up to people, and it's only a matter of time before he strikes again. But maybe miniature horses are just his thing, and that's what. But if there's another one I have to report on next week, I'm gonna have to start taking my findings to the police, because I think they may need my help to crack this one. As we only cover the big and hard-hitting news stories that are happening all around the world, our next stop is over in America for this story. In Oregon, man and dog survive 5 days in an Oregon snowstorm. Taco Bell fire sauce saves lives. So that's pretty amazing. So from what I've read, the man went out 4-wheel driving and became stuck in the snow, and his decision was to, yeah, all right, the snow will melt, so I'll have a nap in the car. So he slept the night in the car, him and his dog, and then woke up to even more snow. So then he was in a real pickle. So he was stuck there for 5 days with him and the dog, and every now and then for warmth he'd just turn on the car. 5 days on hot sauce, fire hot sauce apparently as well. So that must mean it's hot. That would have been rough. That would have been rough. I would have been screwed. I can't even have a spicy McChicken, mate. I am soft as they come. I probably would have waited a day and a half, then ate the dog. To be honest, I'm not a psycho or anything. I wouldn't eat it like raw. I'd probably use. What I'd do is I'd probably cut off just a little bits of the dog and then use the cigarette lighter and sort of sear it, sort of like some sort of Korean barbecue. That would be my plan of attack. But maybe he's not as intelligent as I am. But yeah, so he just only ate the hot sauce for 5 days. I don't know what the hell the dog did. What the hell? Can dogs eat hot sauce? I'd say that dog would be shitting everywhere in that car. Was he shitting in the car? He would have had, and it would have been hot sauce, so it would have been rough. No, I wouldn't like to get in the backseat of that car after those 5 days, team. Holy moly, that would have been rough. But the main takeaway from this story, I think, is why the hell did he have that many hot sauce packets in his car? The boy must live off Taco Bell, it's strange. It's just, all I see is, you see those cars and your friend has to like move stuff aside for you to get in, and you're like, Jesus Christ, mate. That's what I'm thinking. So this car would have been gross before the 5 days, and now it's even more gross. It would have been I imagine like a hoarder's sort of situation. But anyway, now over to Africa for the next story. We're all over the bloody world this time. We're bloody jet setters. Witch doctors arrested over child killings. So, police in Tanzania have arrested 65 witch doctors or traditional healers in connections with ritual killings of at least 10 children. Holy crap. First of all, 65 witch doctors. That's a contradiction to every TV show or movie I've ever seen. Normally there's only one witch doctor in the province. Apparently there's too many witch doctors. They'd be they'd probably find it hard to find work with having that many. But yeah, this is pretty insane. The children were killed in January and many had body parts removed. There is a belief among some people in Tanzania and neighbouring countries that using human body parts in rituals can bring wealth and good luck. Holy crap. Why don't they... guess they don't have internet, so they can't Google if that is actually true. I guess they don't have internet. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be fair. I'm not really up to date with Africa's infrastructure of the internet, so... yeah, that's insane. And just reading here as well also says that the more popular, it's believed that if you're albino, that it works a lot better. You probably get a bit more money for your buck if you're buying like albino limbs or something like that. But that's crazy, and I'd be screwed because I am very pale. So, that's crazy, man. It's so insane that people still. I mean, it's bad enough that people use like pandas and rhino horns and stuff like that to try to get them going in the bedroom. But dear Lord, kids, holy crap! Bloody roll calls and stuff must be weird at their schools. They'd be like, Billy here, Shaniqua here, Barry. Has anyone seen Barry? Oh no, he got used last night. But I shouldn't be making jokes of this. It is a terrible thing. It's just some people need to go over there and just tell them that shit don't work. Well, I'm pretty sure that shit do. To be fair, I've never tried it, and I don't know anyone has, but I'm gonna say that probably doesn't give you wealth and good luck. And man, that's some terrible stuff. But anyway, we'll move on to the next one. What do we have? Oh, this one is a good one. I do like this one. Outrage over cheesing internet trend. That's it's a new. I never heard of it. Apparently, it's going all around the internet at the moment. It is when you get a slice of. They're using American-style cheese slices and basically just throwing it at their baby's face. Apparently, it's a trend that's going around the internet, and to be fair, it's a good reason why there is outrage. It's bloody strange. We've got a video here. I'll just whip it up for the YouTube viewers. Let me have a wee look at this. All right. Yeah, nah, that's brutal. What the?
You see it?
There's another one. Oh,
You see it?
what? Yeah, come on. Oh, there was some weird shit. The kid was reaching out, thinking, "Oh yay, Mum's gonna give me a piece of cheese," all happy about it. Then just gets it slammed in its face, and the mum thinks it's hilarious. She's all laughing in the background and having a good old time. How the hell do these trends start? It's just so strange to me, man. Especially that one. If I don't have kids, so I mean, I don't think I'd do that. Throw cheese at my kid's face and upload it to the internet. But who knows? I could do. I guess wait till I have a kid, then ask me again. Let's just hope that the next internet viral thing isn't, I don't know, the bricking challenge or something, because geez, that's weird, man. Oh, and the unfortunate bit about these videos and the kids in the videos, all the kids are actually lactose intolerant, so it's sort of just, shove it in their face that they can't even eat cheese to begin with. So that's another sick part of the story. But we live in a strange world, very strange. But now, I think we've covered basically all the news stories that I brought up, and as you could tell from the podcast, yeah, I only cover the hard-hitting stuff. So let's move on to recap of UFC 235. The first fight was a banger. It was Diego Sanchez versus Mickey Gall. Now, in the previous podcast, I was saying Mickey Gall, but man, was I wrong. Diego Sanchez just came out there a killer and destroyed him. Mickey got, I think it was a knee to the solar plex, and then after that, it looked like he just couldn't even stand. He couldn't even put his hands up. He was just so tired and destroyed. And then Diego just kept taking him to the ground and just doing the most. These elbows were coming from hell, man. They were so brutal, and they slowed down on them, and his chin was like, it was terrible, man. Yeah. So it was a KO stoppage, and I wanted that fight to be stopped quick because Mickey Gall was getting destroyed. But anyway, he's only young, and Diego's an old bull, so he's got all that experience, and he's looking amazing. That was insane, but I'm sure Mickey will be back. Oh, now Johnny Walker's fight. Holy crap, that was amazing. 36 seconds into the first round, Johnny Walker just runs up and just knees Misha Cirkunov straight in the frickin' chops, and he's down like a light. Oh, that was amazing. And then the funny thing about that fight, after that, he tried to do like a worm thing, but ended up dislocating his shoulder. So the first person I've seen to hurt himself in a celebration. So that was pretty funny. And he also did a strange on the mic sort of thing. He grabbed the mic from Joe and goes, "I love you, Mickey Mouse," which was the strangest thing. I guess he just thinks Americans all love Disney or something, or maybe Disney just got to Brazil. I don't know, but anyway, he is the man, and I can't wait to see him fight again. There's 3 fights in a row that haven't gone past the first round. I think he's got like 2 minutes something cage time in 3 fights. He's a monster. And Zabit versus Jeremy Stephens, that was an awesome fight too. Zabit was doing some awesome stuff like spinning fists and jumping off the cage and doing crazy spinning kicks and stuff. Yeah, he was awesome. He was looking good. But Jeremy Stephens was also he did a great job. He connected with Zabit a few times, made the old head snap back. Zabit seems to have a bit of a chin on him though, so Zabit ended up winning that one by decision. But yeah, definitely there was nothing questionable about that. I thought Zabit had his number on that one. But that was a good old jump for Zabit because he was ranked 13 and Jeremy Stephens was ranked 6. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up on the old ladder now. And now for the main card. Oh yes, Cody Garbrandt versus Pedro Munhoz. That was insane. What an awesome fight. The whole card was amazing, but this was one of the highlights. I did pick Pedro on this one, but I didn't see how it was going to go down. Basically, what happened was Cody was looking awesome. I'll say he would have been winning the round. He was keeping his cool, calm, collective. He was just jabbing and he was connecting. He was looking awesome. And then I don't know if Pedro connected with him or Cody connected with Pedro, but they just started having a bloody dogfight, man. They just started just standing both feet planted and just swinging for the fences. And as we all know, Cody's chin's not too good, and he actually did. On one hit, Pedro's knees dropped a little bit. I thought it was going to be over, but then Pedro, blind rage, swung again, the old drunken monkey punch, and just connected with Cody, and Cody dropped. And that's a third first round KO he's had on him now. That was 4 minutes and 52 minutes and seconds into the fight, and yeah, it's all over the internet now. Everyone's calling him, instead of Cody No Love Garbrandt, they're calling him Cody No Fight IQ Garbrandt, which is fair enough. What on earth that's a third? Wouldn't you think if you all right, I've been knocked out the first 2 rounds. Let's try and make it in the second. We'll stick to the game plan. But no, he decides to have a bloody dog war against this guy, and he pays the price. But he is only 27, and he is a monster after all. So I'm sure he'll be back to end up. I think he'll be a champ again at one stage. Definitely, he's only 27. Now the next fight was Tecia Torres versus Zhang, and I fluke guessed this one. Zhang did win it, but Tecia was looking good. But yeah, Zhang had all these awesome rolls and flips, and not flips, but takes to the ground moves, and yeah, she was pretty dominant the whole time, and yeah, and then had this weird. It was like her translator was saying some weird stuff like, "Oh, you need to go back to the speech and listen to the translator in the background." He's a strange dude. Hopefully we don't see him again. But the fight that everyone's been talking about, the next one, we got Robbie Lawler versus Ben Askren. Now that fight was awesome. It was only 3 minutes 20. It got stopped 3 minutes 20 into the first round, but I thought it was going to be stopped way quicker. What happened was Ben got flipped and dumped. It was like an angle slam sort of thing, some WWF shit, straight into his head. And then Robbie just did as Robbie does and just started pounding his face in, man. I thought Herb Dean was going to stop it. But it ended up still going, which I was surprised. And Ben Askren, he somehow kept going, and he ended up getting Robbie into a bulldog choke. And this is where it gets, that's the talking point everywhere at the moment. Apparently, everyone's upset about the stoppage. Well, some people are. Some people think it's fair. I'm a bit, I don't know enough about it. But I did think Robbie was out. Just the way his hand felt, and the ref was right there. I mean, and I'm not alone. The ref thought it, and the commentators thought it. And the way Robbie adjusted his hand, apparently he said he was adjusting his hand down to move it out, or I don't know. But yeah, the way he moved it, look it up. Look it up if you haven't seen it. It's who wouldn't think that was out. But as soon as the ref said it was over, Robbie Lawler stood up and was contesting it. And apparently you definitely wouldn't be doing that if you just got choked out. So I don't know. I'd love to see a rematch. The word on the street is that Ben Askren doesn't want to have a rematch, which I think he should. He almost got stopped. We need to see that. That ain't over. And then Tyron Woodley versus Kamaru Usman. So I was definitely wrong on this one. Kamaru Usman just came out there and controlled the whole fight. There wasn't a minute of it you ever thought Tyron Woodley was in it. It was strange. It was like Tyron Woodley was up all night partying the night before. He got destroyed. Kamaru just kept on taking him down and just controlling him. And I think Tyron probably... did he even connect with Kamaru? I don't even know. He wasn't even throwing anything. It was so strange. And he just couldn't stop anything that Kamaru was throwing at him. It was weird. But yeah, that won by decision, had like near perfect rounds. So yeah, I don't think Woodley's asking for a rematch, but I don't think he'll be getting one for a while. He'll have to do a long old haul drag to get a rematch, I'd say. And now to the main event, where Jon Jones versus Anthony Smith. Smith was looking good in the first round, maybe half of the second round, and then Jon Jones does what Jon Jones does and just picked him apart and destroyed him. I thought Jones was going to get a stoppage, but man, Anthony Smith is one tough dude. He just kept going. The one controversial part of that fight was Jon Jones did an illegal knee, and hats off to Anthony Smith. He was like, nah, I'm fine, I can continue, because if he said he couldn't continue, Jon Jones would have lost the belt. And actually, do you lose the belt if you get DQ'd? I don't know. Anyway, it would have been a loss on Jones's record, and he could have won it but it was a scumbag move. No one would have liked him if he did that. So I'm glad he just said, no, let's continue. But yeah, he did all 5 rounds, which was impressive enough. But yeah, Jon Jones, there's a reason why they call him the best to enter the cage. He is a monster. And there's an ancient proverb, and it's basically the only one that will beat Jon Jones, at the moment anyway, is Jon Jones. I mean, the cocaine, the steroids, his crazy antics, but apparently he's calmed down, new leaf, but he has said that about 3 or 4 times. So we will see, but anyway, he's the baddest man on the planet in my eyes. So long live Jon Jones. All right, that wraps that up now. And that's it for the Week from a Camping Chair episode 2. I think we did all right. I think it's slightly better than the first episode. We've got a long road to travel, team, but we can do it together. Apparently you've got to get into your social media to start promoting podcasts and do all that sort of stuff. I'm not really a social media guy, but I'm trying. Got a Twitter and a Instagram now and a YouTube page. So wherever you're watching, remember to like, subscribe, tell a friend. If you're on iTunes, give it that 5-star review. If you've got a YouTube account, and who doesn't nowadays, pop over to YouTube, find us there, and, hit that subscribe button, because it helps. At the end of the day, it helps all of us, okay? So, because if I get more numbers, I'll do another one, and I'll give you this amazing content every bloody week. So remember to help me, to help you, to help yourself, and together we'll help each other, all right? Thanks, team.